Jack, you're going to have to sit back a little bit because I can't see Patrick's beautiful face.
Alright, we're recording.
I'm missing it all.
Okay. Is everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, I'm Clementine Bevan and I'm here with Jack Brooksbank and we are perusing with...
Today we have something very special. We have an in-person Peruse with two of the members from the upcoming band Get Naked. What are your names?
I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
Right, so I guess to begin with, Patrick, we've had some very dire news recently. We've come across the knowledge that you've had a head injury.
That's true, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So that's confirmed.
Got a scar on my hair. I had to shave my hair first of all because the scar messed up my hair.
Yeah.
But now I have a scar.
When I saw you recently, you had some disgusting stuff in your hair.
Glue.
Glue.
It was just glue. Right.
Could we get some insider knowledge on how this happened? What led up to this?
Well, anyone that knows me knows that I love violence. And well, I was at karate, but the thing is, right? People think karate. Let me put my hat back on. Hold on. They hear karate. They think it's like a club, like an organized thing. This was like an underground. Think Fight Club almost, but a little more violent.
Okay.
Huge, like Japanese, like built guys, and I was obviously down there. And this guy, I was winning this fight, I think. So he got a bit angry, and he has this signet ring on his pinky, and he just pure karate chopped my head, and went to the ground, bleeding out all over the floor. Rushed to hospital. They were like, "Man, they didn't think I was gonna make it, but obviously, you know, I pushed through. We're here. We've got a great album coming out. We're about to play a great show." And I'm unfazed. And the guy, you know, where's he? You should see him. Black eyes, everything. It's crazy.
Big time. So, Patrick, speaking of the performance tonight, do you think your head injury is going to affect the way that...
Absolutely not.
No?
No.
Okay.
I'm invincible, basically.
But I mean, beyond that, I mean, I'm sure that's bad, but I think we've heard something worse. Eric, you have a problem with lactose intolerance. Is this true?
Yeah,
Wow.
actually. I was diagnosed when I think I was maybe 7 or 8, maybe 9. It started, I was on holiday in Cyprus, and well, it actually started, I broke my thumb and I took too much ibuprofen, and it really messed with my gut.
Yeah.
It really messed with my gut. Some permanent damage, and so then when I went on holiday to Cyprus, about half an hour after every meal, I just burp uncontrollably.
So,
For like maybe half an hour.
yeah.
And ever since, pretty quickly we cracked down, oh, that's lactose, you know?
Yeah.
So now I try to keep clear of lactose. I love lactose. It's a challenge, you know. I have to overcome it every day, but yeah, lactose, chocolate, ice cream, milk.
I also
It's
am
really
a
tough.
sufferer. I suffer
You know
from
the pain?
lactose intolerance. I know the pain.
The reflux.
So what strain has this had on your mental health?
It's always been a challenge. I've always been insecure. I walk in a room and I fart, and people laugh.
Sorry.
Bad, man. Bad fart.
With this
Sometimes in
lactose
rehearsal it
intolerance,
gets dangerous.
I mean, are you friends with any cows?
No, but talking of cows, I try to keep clear of cows. I just don't want to breathe the same air as them, just in case there's any lactose. But Patrick has a weird relationship with cows. I'm sure he'd love to explain it to you.
I'd love to hear.
There's a song on the album coming out after Easter.
Can we get the name of the album, please? Because I'm not sure if anyone
It's Getting
is...
Naked. It's going to be called Getting Naked.
Great, yeah.
That's subject to change, but that's what we've
So in
landed
its
on.
current state,
In the current
what
state,
we're
but
working
obviously,
with,
if you know, there's been no promo of the actual album yet. A lot of people are unaware, so this is kind of the first official announcement. But I'm sure
me and Clemby have had the opportunity to hear some of the songs and
Privilege.
Yeah.
Privilege.
Yeah. So
you're aware of Cows on the Roof?
I am aware.
I have a great
And it's
anxiety
brilliant.
attached to these cows. I don't like the way they look at me. They're demeaning.
Is that why we're on a roof now? Is that?
Yeah, I guess I'm sort of trying to get above it, literally. You know,
Right.
the cows were up here, but I feel like I've become the cow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of the debut album, do you mind if I delve into your other band life for a minute?
Of course.
Yeah, crack on.
So you have a friend named Ollie Noble
Oliver Noble, good friend of mine.
and
We go way
another
back.
friend called Isaac West.
You know a funny story about Ollie Noble actually while we're here?
Please tell me.
The first time I met him was at the Year 4 disco this is the first time I've interacted with Ollie Noble. At my year 4 disco, he was wearing year 4, what people wear, skinny jeans,
Yeah.
Hype t-shirts.
football trainers.
Yeah.
What are they called? Astros.
Nice.
That sort of thing. This man, I gotta respect it. At the time, I didn't respect it, but looking back, this is a legendary move. And this is full serious. He'll tell you this. He turned up to the school disco wearing like short shorts, like hot pants, and like a cropped Ramones t-shirt, and some like boots. It was insane. Like, he got bullied all night. I think he went home crying. But that took courage, and I've respected him ever since. Really, I mean, I didn't for like 5 years. I was like, what the fuck is that kid doing? But looking back on it now, that's insane to do.
Yeah.
So I respect that.
Very courageous. So they both feature on the upcoming album, Getting
Yeah.
Naked. Could
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
tell us a bit about tracks 3 and 4?
Yeah. So track 3 is what's track 3? The Wood. The Wood.
song,
Private
the Wood
Property.
interlude.
So it's a bit of an interlude. It's a little bit of a,
Short.
it's short. It's fun. Ollie wrote the guitar for that. So I thought we'd give him credit for that where it's due, because he threw it as an Uncle Junior spin on it. Track 4 is much more.
No, sorry, you mentioned Uncle Junior.
Mm.
So I'm not sure if many of the audience would know what this is. This is your
Wow. Okay.
previous band or current band?
Current, not previous.
Current. Right. Yeah.
We work in harmony, Uncle Junior and Get
Okay,
Naked.
okay,
It's a fun partnership.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they're both in Uncle Junior, Isaac and Ollie. Isaac basically wrote track 4 with Eric. It's a bit emo. It's a slow one. It's certainly a left turn from the first 3 songs on the album, and we like that. And Isaac lays down a beautiful vocal on the end, so listen out for that, because that man has an amazing voice. And if you haven't listened to his music already, I'd highly recommend it.
What's his name again? For the
Isaac West. It's on Spotify, so.
A good little Easter egg for Bugs is if you listen carefully, Isaac actually talks about it, tells a story throughout the song, and towards the end, it's highlighted this story. There's nothing else, and we leave it with the story because he hasn't paid his nan back yet. He got robbed. So that's a fun little Easter egg. Isaac West, he's always coming up with good things like that. We love having him on board, and we love collaborating and working with him.
So, Eric, you don't feel any hatred that Patrick's 2-timing?
Not at all. I love Uncle Junior. I've been to live shows. I'm good. I get on well with Isaac and Ollie, and I love working with them. Music is all about collaboration and working with other people.
So we had a lovely dinner the other day, and
Business.
we there was a conversation brought up that you were the brains of the operation, and Patrick was the lyrics.
I think
Has this got anything to do with this 2-timing Uncle Junior situation?
Some people have said that, but I write most of the music.
I think you said that.
Maybe. So the often, apart from the Ollie Noble and Isaac West features, I compose the bass and the guitar. Well, Patrick, he's the master of the drum machine, a little signature Get Naked trait, and the vocals. So it's pretty 50-50, but I think I find the deeper meaning in everything and the clever things.
But you don't write the lyrics, do you, mate?
I help out sometimes when he's struggling.
So
it's all love.
It's all love, you know.
Okay.
I mean, how could it not be when we've got such a great thing going on?
Yeah.
We're
So
naked all the time.
Stop trying to rifle us.
no. We're a
Causing
neutral
friction.
party here. We're a neutral
Yeah,
party. So
sure,
we've
whatever.
heard some stories behind some songs.
Definitely,
From what I've seen, they all seem to have some sort of some backstory to them.
Absolutely.
could
Well,
you-
that's what we strive for. Everything has to mean something.
So from what I've heard, there is a song about tahini and,
Yeah.
and chinos. Could you?
Another interlude, a very
yeah.
the Chinos interlude is a short, exciting.
Beautiful song.
I wouldn't go as far to say beautiful as much as adrenaline pumping.
Right.
You've got
Well,
this driving drums, and lyrically it's all about those inconveniences. You know, you're trying to eat your tahini on toast, and you spill it on your chinos, and it
Been there.
happens. That
Been
happens,
there.
right?
We've all been there.
We've all been there. Or, a bird shits on your Kangol hat. That happens.
Yeah.
That lyric actually got taken out. We took the second verse out, actually, because it was too long for what it was.
And you get the wine on your calfskin shoes.
That's big. That's big. There's a story behind that, actually. I was at a dinner party with our guitarist, her family, and this guy from Oxford Brooks You know Oxford Brooks.
Yeah.
We're all aware
No,
of
well, don't we, Clemmy?
Very, very
Oxford. We're all aware of Oxford
Yeah,
Brooks.
yeah.
So
Some
you know the
memories
kind of
there.
guy. You know the kind of guy we're talking about here. And he, I
Yeah.
spilled my
Wow.
wine out my cup a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, hold on, mate. Nearly got it on the calfskins there, pal." And he points down at his calfskin loafers.
Wow.
And there's-
Tragic.
Oh, it was close because I was scared. You know, maybe he'd try sue me or something, but
Yeah.
it was alright in the end.
So
Zane's back.
as a woman born in Swansea,
Wow.
I was quite upset by the final track.
Okay, so you
on
really
your
are coming
album.
for us here. I mean, I see how it is,
So
but
tell me, where does the dislike of Swansea come from?
I took a family holiday to Swansea. Why we did that, I don't know. No, it wasn't a family holiday. It was a short stint. We'd been to the what's that? The peninsula. What's it called? The Gower Peninsula. We'd been there. Lovely beaches.
Gorgeous.
We had to stay there. We couldn't stay the night on the Gower Peninsula. You know, it's a
No.
beach. Can't stay
Yeah.
there. So we had to venture back into Swansea as the nearest city, thinking, you know, Swansea. I've never been there. I'm sure it's got a bubbling nightlife, great restaurants, something to do over the evening. Nothing. There is nothing there. We walked around for like 3 hours. No, that's an exaggeration. But like an hour looking for a restaurant, and we couldn't find anything. And we ended up eating in Rick Stein's steakhouse on the dock, because that was like the only restaurant that was like open.
And
It's a dying town.
The lyrics say something about God and Neil Hornsby.
Oh yeah.
You said that there's nothing to do in Swansea. If Neil Hornsby was to go in Swansea, the busiest man, do
Yeah.
you think he'd find something to do?
He'd struggle, but
Really?
at the divine figure that he is, I feel like he could sort of. He'd
think-
manage something.
I think Neil Hornsby would bring the action, bring the life.
He's a
bring-
fixer-upper, isn't
He's
he?
a riveting kind of guy. You know, you've spent time with him. We've spent time with him.
Yeah.
We know what it's like to be around him. He's constant party mode.
So-
You can't get enough of it.
I'm just gonna put this on the table.
Patrick.
So I mean,
It's blocking my face.
that's all I need to do. Could you tell me something about this?
I have to give credits where it's due to Coneheads. I would describe the predecessor to Get Naked. Me, as aforementioned Isaac West, we had a little project back in the day, a few years ago, called Coneheads. Very simple punk music, you know, literally just drums and bass, and some enticing lyrics about all sorts of things. Like we have 3 songs on SoundCloud. They're not good. They aren't good songs. But I think the sort of concept of Coneheads, the sort of
The idea.
playful,
Yeah. The morals of
yeah,
Coneheads.
yeah. It really fed into Get Naked, and we wouldn't be where we are today without Coneheads. So I have
Could
to
we
credit
call
that.
it like the what's the best sort of band to compare this
We've
to?
been compared. I'm not sure if you know Minor Threat and Fugazi.
It's actually Clemmy's favourite bands.
Minor
Yeah.
Threat being a very sort of simplistic punk band, and then going into Fugazi, which are a bit more, you know, they push boundaries and more
That's
critically acclaimed. But Fugazi wouldn't be here without Minor Threat.
Eric, as someone who's in, you know, a band with this type of, you haven't told me what kind of genre it is, so we'll
can't
never
put a
know.
label.
We'll
It's
never
Get
know.
Naked. We are ourselves, whatever you interpret it to be.
Okay, but you actually are classically trained, Eric, and you're part of the Hampshire County Youth Orchestra.
Yeah, and proud to be so.
Yeah. So what techniques have you drawn from that and put into Get Naked?
My extensive knowledge of music theory and key signatures. Yeah, my extensive knowledge of music theory really comes in handy. Sometimes we get stumped in the recording process. It happens. You know, it happens to the best of us. It happens to Get Naked. But what has helped us overcome that is mine and Patrick's combined ingenuity and genius. But also, sometimes you do need that little kick of musical knowledge.
So speaking of a kick in the back, there's another band in the region. I believe it goes by the name Cherry Peel.
Don't you say that name around here! I hate Cherry Peel.
I
Everything is Get Naked.
didn't realize there was such strong opinions on this. I've heard some of their stuff and it's pretty good.
I've never heard of these guys. Who are you
You've never-
talking about?
And,
Who is this?
I speak of the devil. Not speak of the devil, but I see you've got some
Yeah, can you name the artist of that top?
Suki Bevan. She made it in 40 minutes, and it's a privilege to wear it.
Pretty
Thank you, Suki.
close family connection to me. What do you
To
think
the
of her
Perusing-
work?
It's nice. I like it in black. The previous edition was in white. It's nice in black. I love the boobs on the exclamation mark.
beautiful.
Where-
The font
where-
is awesome.
Where can you
I
go
love
to
it.
get items like this? Do you have a shop or?
We have merch
On the way.
on the way. We are finalizing designs, finalizing distributors, but hopefully there should be a big old merch drop at some point
Nice,
after Easter.
nice.
Hopefully along with the album if we can.
What type
organise
of prices
ourselves.
are we talking here?
Cheapest chips, mate.
Nice.
£10
Sorry,
£10 t-shirts.
You seem quite keen to get off the topic of Cherry Peel. I
don't wanna
think
talk
the
about that. I
viewers
don't
were
wanna talk
quite.
about
No, I can talk about this. So
Can you see yourself
Yeah.
doing any work with them in the future? I mean, you know.
there'd have to be some serious apologies made on Cherry Peel's part. Let me tell you what happened. So we like to rehearse in the rock studio, and so do they. But we're better, and
Wow.
they're Cherry Peel. So sometimes they try bust our rehearsal. Okay.
No, speaking of the rehearsal.
No. You don't speak of rehearsal. I'm speaking of the rehearsal right now, buddy. Okay, so last night they took it a step too far. We were about to rehearse. Patrick's away. We were going to rehearse without him. They come in. They're like, "No, guys, we're rehearsing." I was like, "No, we're about to rehearse." It's like, "I just need 20 minutes. Give me 20 minutes." They're like, "No, we need 20 minutes today." They said, oh, fuck. Anyway, I wasn't happy about it. I leave. I storm out. I send her like a minute-long voice message. It was actually a minute on the dot. I was impressed with that. To Patrick, and I'm going, "Oh, I hate Cherry Peel. Cherry Peel pissed on our rehearsal,
Please
man.
do.
I hate Cherry Peel. They suck." And I fucked with their amps as we left, and we weren't
as
happy about
you
it.
speak to the gig tonight.
Margot
could
was
this-
plugged
could this
into the
have-
active
could
input.
This group of people back here have something to do with it? Is this is this a Get Naked fan base?
They are.
You can't. I don't know if you can see that on the camera.
I don't
but,
know if that's exactly our demographic necessarily, but we'd be happy to have them there. The more the merrier.
So
for the masses.
it's yeah. Well, nice to hear. So I think you're getting up the recording here.
Some serious shit. I was joking with the cherry beef beer.
Wow.
Cherry,
You sound angry.
beef
Eric.
earlier, but now not. They just kicked out the rehearsal, man, because they went for a cig. The dumb. Okay, then they were all rude to us. They were rude to Seb. We're not having this. We're gonna them, okay? I don't stand for this. This is Get Naked with better than them, okay? There's some pieces of they can't play music. They gotta record some demo because they got a gig. They're not gonna get any gigs because they're shit. Right? Okay.
This is serious, man.
We're better. We've got to get some revenge. We've got to get some revenge.
No, I don't know about you, but from the sounds of that, you seem to be starting a fight here. I mean, is there, so there's no option for any collaboration in the future. I can't see after
until
a
they
message like
apologize.
Yeah, we're gonna need a Travis Scott style Astro World apology.
Wow. Wow.
I
That's
want to
serious,
see
that's
Margot, Ying, and Giselle cry.
And bow.
Could you say that again? Can you
Bow.
look at the camera and say that again?
I want to see Margot Paisner, Ying Highfield, and Giselle. I don't even know her surname. Hayes. Yeah, I did know that actually. And their stupid little Cherry Peel thing. I want to see them cry.
No, there's a.
Do you know what? I'm on the same page.
Hell yeah.
You can't see her right now, but behind the camera is our very own Mary Whitley, and she and I actually got kicked out of Cherry Peel Band.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're.
I heard word from Cherry Peel that they asked you for an interview and you said you're just not as much of a thing.
Actually, that came from Jack Brooksbank. It didn't come from me.
I do
appreciate
tend to
that's-
stay a neutral party, and there is a possibility for a Cherry Peel interview in the future. But
I wanted to stay a neutral party until I heard they were mean to Seb Lander. That kid is like 15 years old.
So you speak. Sorry, this hasn't been
Not on
mentioned
at
yet.
all.
So you two aren't the full
no,
group. Let me
well,
get this straight. You've got two other members.
Yeah.
What are their
We're,
names
we're the
again? Sorry.
recording and writing outfit on,
Right,
on the
right.
most part. Just because we have lessons together,
Yeah,
we spend a lot of time where we're able to record. But this started with Celebrations, our Christmas video. Go watch it. But
Where can people watch that?
it's on YouTube. Patrick Lewis's YouTube. We needed a guitarist for the YouTube video because there's a really good guitar part that I wrote, and so we were like, we got to get Rosie, and she can play the guitar. And so we did, and now we realised we're rehearsing for some live shows. We thought we need a guitarist and a drummer on board so we can complete the outfit. So yeah, we've got the brilliant, the wonderful, maybe better than Isaac West drummer Seb Lander.
Wow.
I'm not saying that. There's just been claims,
Quite
Isaac.
a statement.
Yeah, Isaac West is.
And
known
then
for
the lovely
his
Rosie Viancis
drumming.
on guitar.
So this coming Monday, got a new single coming out. Can you tell us
Getting
about that?
it right.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Thackeray, man. Look, Cherry Peel, they're bad, but the man I have real beef with in this school is Peter Thackeray. Aforementioned Uncle Junior.
Are we not to some extent on Peter Thackeray's roof here? It's quite a.
That's the
Peter
whole point.
Thackeray's roof. Peter Schmackery's
it's the
roof. Do you know what I
people's roof.
mean?
It's the people's roof. I know what you're saying.
It's a socialist school. This roof belongs to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
This is the work of each of us for the weal of all of us, you know? But Peter Thackeray, man, as far as I'm concerned, he can suck my left and right balls. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That man tore down all my posters. He said, "You can't be advertising this to kids." It's a 12+ show, man. They can come if they want. He's just he's a fun sponge. I don't like him. And he talks like a politician. And I heard him support Boris Johnson once.
Yeah. When we first joined, he was like, "Oh yeah, but guys, Boris Johnson got us through lockdown."
We try not to get political.
Yeah.
Please, no
Okay. Anyway,
politics.
but yeah, getting it right was a good one.
Quite upset.
Very upset. Anyway, I wanted to ask, what kind of musical inspirations do you guys have?
The riff for me, the bass line, which sort of drives the song along, was inspired for getting it right.
Yeah.
Was inspired by a little guy called Mick Artistic and Mick Artistic's Ego Trip, who I've seen a few times over the course of my life. They're brilliant. People should check them out. The specific song was Plastic Fox, which is a banger. So yeah, I heard it in my head and I was like, we went and recorded it really badly, left it for like a month, and then we came back. We got to write a song about Peter Thackeray, and we here's the bass line. We pulled it up, chucked some guitar in it.
Great.
Patrick laid down a brilliant vocal, and we chucked down some backing vocals, and that was it. It was a one-hit wonder, really.
Interestingly,
One take wonder. We're definitely not a one-hit wonder.
absolutely not, mate. We've got about 12 more hits in the bank.
I have heard a little bit about your music inspiration before. You mentioned a really interesting artist, Carsick Cars. Is there anything you could say about this?
Yeah,
I think
Jack,
in general,
you've had a good little relation with Carsick Cars.
yeah.
They are great. We have a song on the album. I think that my personal favourite off the album, Bobbit.
that's a good question. What
The significance of Bobbit?
Favorite song.
Oh,
Favorite song? Go for it.
well, yeah, mine's Bobbit, heavily inspired by a song by a Chinese band, actually. A Chinese sort of, what do you say they are? Sort of, they're a bit like a Chinese Sonic Youth.
Okay.
And a song called Zhongnan Hai, which is an absolute great
I have
song.
heard it is.
And we just we listened to it and we were like, we got to make something like this, man. So yeah, Bobbit is definitely, I think, my favourite song on the album. Eric?
For me, I think we've just spoken about it, but getting it right is definitely my favourite. I just love the energy it gives. I would be as bold to say that perhaps objectively, Swansea, I Met God in Swansea is our best song.
Could you give us a
musically.
lyric from that? Could you just a little snippet?
Do you want to do it?
You could sing some bass in the background.
Okay. Ready?
Should we bring in the other mic in?
Do.
Oh,
Just do one.
I was visiting Swansea. Gareth robbed me for my beach clothes. I'm standing in Speedos, surrounded by Welsh pedos.
That's all you're getting, folks.
That's all you're getting until the
Great,
album comes out.
great.
Getting it right is my
Oh,
favourite
and,
to listen to, at least.
I mean, it's a great song. You could call it. Do you think it'll be your most popular song? It's certainly got the catchiest of lyrics.
As you know, a lot of our audience is around school, so we do anticipate a warm reception of getting it right, because it's sort of a Beatles anthem. You know, everyone knows who Peter Thackeray is. Everyone has their opinions about him. It's very catchy, but yes, Swansea's catchy. It's a brilliant song. I'd hope and I'd expect all the songs to go down well, but Swansea's a very good song.
Yeah. Let's talk about Strike. 1,000 streams.
1,000 streams in 2 days. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Yeah, great.
Thank you,
Do you
thank
think that Getting It Right will receive the same kind of, thing?
I think the hype is only going to grow from here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been received very well. 1,000 streams in what was it? 1 week?
2 days.
2
mate.
days.
It
Wow.
came out on Monday. It's now
Wow,
Wednesday.
yeah,
I think
no.
if I was to check now, it'd be about 12:50.
And I mean, you do have this video where you walk around the school and everyone just seems to be listening to it.
That was completely candid.
Completely
Yeah,
candid.
Completely
wow,
candid.
because I mean,
Everyone
there
we
were
went up
definitely
to-
some rumors that it was staged. I mean, I tend to stand up for you. I did. I mean, you caught me. It wasn't put in the video, but I was listening to Strike
Yeah,
at the time.
that was candid, no?
So okay, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I
no
mean,
there's no
that's
arguing with
amazing.
it.
It's could you call it the sound of the summer?
I think most definitely. I think the album is certainly gonna. I mean, who knows? Maybe we could release a little summer EP, a few weeks down the line, just to really
I'm excited to hear it.
get us through those exam months. But I think,
Tell us about it.
I think some people are getting naked behind us.
That's
the effect
wow.
we have.
Could we move back? Could these be fans for tonight?
I think almost
Could
definitely.
it be one from that
Herbie
big group of
actually,
people
Herbie
who's
actually deserves a lot of credit. He's essentially our cameraman.
Really?
Whenever
wow,
video is needed, apart from today, of course, but this is your thing. Whenever video is needed, Herbie is there to supply. He's got a
He's the man.
dope-ass VHS that he films us on.
Oh, have we got that on camera? Can we confirm? We've got it. Beautiful, beautiful. So,
I
will
think
you
Mary's
be?
gonna take
Well,
her
I mean, that's
trousers
the
off.
question.
Oh no, she's putting them back up.
A lot of the questions that seem to get asked in your sort of atmosphere seems. Well, I mean, the name is Getting Naked, and I mean, you've got very provocative clothing on, you know. But
And the pants.
will you be
Have
getting
you seen the
naked tonight?
pants?
I think that's the
Oh.
question on a lot of people's minds.
You're gonna have to
wow.
come and see, but it wouldn't be out of the question. See,
Okay.
we're wrapping the merch. It wouldn't be out of the question. I certainly
No,
think
no,
it
no.
might be on the cards. Yeah, there's actually an interesting story about the name of the band. It's
Well,
not very
tell us
interesting.
about it. We'd love to hear more.
Well, it came from Celebrations. When we wrote Celebrations, that was just a song.
Mhm.
This wasn't even a thing. We were just kind of buddies, and we were just messing around, having fun, and we put the song on. We need a name, and the lyric in Celebrations, he goes, "It's Christmas, get naked," and I said, well, get naked. It's the name of the band,
That's
and we
not
run with
the,
it. It's brilliant.
Only experience you have getting naked, Eric, is it?
Oh no, it's not. I was actually naked when I was born. I don't know if you guys know this,
Really?
but I came out the womb naked.
So you've been
Um,
naked
No.
before the band.
But I
Naked
I
Man.
know
Talk about
naked man. I know. So this might be an upcoming song, guys. We've got big plans for Naked Man.
Right, okay.
There goes a story. There goes a tale. When I may be 3 or 4 at a pub in a pub garden for a family friend of ours' birthday. I was sort of an unruly child. I'd like to take my clothes off. Who doesn't? I start running around, just butt naked, and then there might have been 20 other kids at this party. Everyone's little children, and they all run behind me, chanting "Naked man, naked man, naked
Wow.
man."
Wow.
And then one guy tried to hit me, and it had to be
Wow.
put to a stop.
I mean, that's how it happens, eh?
Yeah, it was
How they get you.
tough.
A very similar thing happened a few weeks ago, didn't it? You know, this always happens. You just get naked and then you get punched and then everything sort of dies down. All the time, man.
Oh. Everyday experiences. Yeah, I'm naked quite a lot. Just ask my nippers.
Really? Oh. So can we confirm? Can we confirm how old they are?
They are 13 and 14.
No. It's all right. So tell us more about this. You
No,
you like
I'm
to
not.
get-
This is
So,
an example. I just like to spend my
So
time
you
naked,
go back to
and that ruffles some
Let me
feathers.
picture a day of
Okay.
Get naked. So you know you've had a long day, and you. So you're saying you like to.
Just gotta get the kid off.
You're making these post-Brexit
It's
punk
a kid,
tunes.
not kid.
You get back to flat, and you see your.
I do not want to be called post-Brexit punk.
Oh, yeah.
person.
So, can you give us an idea of the average work schedule for a day in the life of a member of Get Naked?
For me, I'm a boarding student. I wake up naked, put some clothes
You
on.
sleep naked. You sleep naked.
If it takes my fancy, I wake up, put some clothes on, and I'm no longer naked. I go about my day. If I see Patrick's, I might pull down my pants. Take my top off. If we've got a rehearsal,
As you do.
it always ends up fairly scantily clad.
So by the end of the rehearsal, you're saying there are less clothes on.
Much
than
less,
before.
yeah. And then I go about my day. I eat my meals. I do my lessons. I work really, really hard, mum. And then, I go to bed, take my clothes off, go to sleep.
Naked again. So it's a cyclical structure.
It's a cyclical structure, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
That's the way I think.
That's quite metaphorical.
I mean, really, getting naked is more than just a. Wow.
Whoa!
Wow.
Down!
When's your album coming out, pussy?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But it's more than a band. It's a
What's your mum's
movement. Jack. You're just gonna conversate over me.
Sorry, Caroline.
Jack, you're just gonna.
It's a lifestyle.
I was talking about something there. That was good.
Thanks.
Get Naked is more than a band. It's a movement. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
We promote body positivity in every way. I'm a skinny guy. I'm no Love Island. You know what I mean? I'm no athlete. But I'll get naked when it needs to happen, because I believe that everyone should feel comfortable in their own skin, and everyone should be happy to get naked when they want to.
Yeah.
And we're all about having a bit of fun and stripping down.
It's a great message.
It's the world tries to restrict us. Society tries to restrict us in many ways. Sorry, these days, and yeah. And it's all about rebellion. It's all about taking back control for ourselves. They try to restrict us with these clothes, these rules, and these societal norms that are just total bullshit.
Getting it right.
Yeah, they try to make us get it right, okay? But I think, no, you just got to take those clothes off. You got to get naked, and you got to be yourself, and you got to run free. Don't let these people hold you down. And that goes to everyone watching right now, all our fans.
I think that's a beautiful
Get
way
naked.
to end it. So
Thank you so much,
been
Get
real.
Naked, for joining us
bloody
today.
brilliant.
Remember to listen to Getting It Right, coming out on Monday.
On Monday, and the album. Follow us on Instagram, and you will find out when the album comes out.
do you have any last shout-outs to say before we finish?
Shout out to Rosie and Seb that couldn't be here.
Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Neil Hornsby. If you guys have heard the single Strike, he features on that pretty prevalently, and it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
if you haven't listened to Strike, go listen.
Well, that's
yeah.
amazing. Nice to have you. Hopefully we'll be seeing
thanks for
you
coming to the show the other
Wednesday night. That night. Well, I saw you, didn't I? That was good.
That was good.
That was good. I
when
remember
we
that.
saw
Yeah,
you there.
Tonight was so much fun. guys.
Tonight was so much fun.
It was last
It was a
night.
movie.
It was a couple days ago. It was good.
We'll see how many nights ago it was.
Beautiful.
But yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
We've been perusing with. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Keep it going. Get some pictures.
Oh yeah.
like to call that one the swastika. Shit, guys.